Hey, welcome back to Chachere videos. I'm making pork spare ribs. I already did the seasonings, but I took a little picture, but I'll turn the camera around so you can see the seasonings again, but I already pre-mixed the seasonings and the amounts, and I'll put them in the description below because I did notice my video was a little bit too long in the last one. So I'll flip the camera around so you can kind of take a little peek of what was going on. Okay, there's everything you're gonna need, and also pepper, but the pepper grinder is charging, so we'll put some pepper and then we'll go from there, but it's not a big deal. So I've already mixed everything. It's already mixed in a bowl. So all I have to do is stir it around. So all I have to do is put the seasonings away and then get the pork spare ribs prepared, trimmed up, and put it in the oven and let it cook on 300 for 4 to 5 hours at 300, 250 to 300. But your oven will decide that factor for you. Okay, let's get started on the pork spare ribs. Here's the pan. I'm gonna get some foil out so we can foil up the pans. Doggone it, I wish my foil would have been open. I know a lot of people don't like the sound of it. Styrofoam, aluminum foil, you name it, they don't like it. Okay. But I have my little things that I don't like the sound of either. So, now it doesn't want to go back in the box. Let's make 2 of those because we're going to wrap her up like a present that we don't want to get anything on the outside of the, no sneaky peeks. So let's switch this with this. I'm going to get some gloves. Okay. And I'll get a cutting board to trim it up and to get that I'm assuming it's silver skin or whatever it is on the back. It's like a tissue. I'm not sure what they call it. You can let me know in the comments below. I always forget what it's called. But this one doesn't even have one. I mean, it has a little one, but surprisingly, I know not a lot that I'll be taking off. Okay. Where is my scissors? Okay, found them. Okay, let me move you back a little bit more so you can see what's going on. Okay, so. I hope you guys enjoyed the last recipe. I know it was a little bit long. I'm trying to make this one shorter. So I'll show you how to, I'm gonna do that skin, and then I'll come back and we'll go from there. So and you get a paper towel and you kind of trim up first. You can save it if you want. I don't know what you would use it for. If you had an air fryer, you could probably make it into something, but I don't have one of those, so I'll be right back with you when I get this silver skin thing off. Okay, I did the best I could with getting it off of up here, and down in here will melt off when I cook it. So I've done it that way before. It is a little tricky. The more defrosted they are, the little bit more hard silver skin, I think that's what it's called, it is to get off. If anybody has a better way, because I was using paper towels and gloves, but it was still only wanting to come up in little strips, and it happened to me last time too when I made it. I just didn't record it last time, so let's get these bad boys seasoned up. I gotta just get the pepper now, which I'll grab before I start touching on this meat. Because that was the one thing my pepper grinder went dead while I was mixing up the seasonings, and I showed you all the seasonings that are in here, so now I gotta put some more. Okay, maybe it was a good thing that the pepper grinder ran out, because I think I forgot to oil the meat, and I'm using extra virgin olive oil. It's pretty much the same seasonings as the other one. It's pretty much the same seasonings as the other ribs. The only difference is this one calls for brown sugar to make it a little bit more sweet. And I'm probably going to use the same barbecue sauce. I might use Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce. I'm not sure exactly yet. You want to put a good amount of seasonings on there before you start rubbing her in, because you want to make sure it's nice and rubbed in. And this is all going on the meat, so I'm gonna make sure I get the edges real nice and good. The only thing I have to do is put a little pepper. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is slide this up this in there. Move this out of the way. I'll clean that up later. And I'll fix the aluminum foil. It likes to do that from time to time. Okay. Let's make sure you can see it. Okay. Put some oil. Okay, cool, it fits. I didn't think it was gonna fit. There for a second, had me a little bit worried. Okay, so now let's get to the spices, and then we're gonna wrap this up like a, and put her to bed in the oven at 300 to 350 for 4 to 5 hours. I normally put either a little bit of beef broth or butter, but I'm gonna stick some butter. I'm gonna cut up a stick of butter and put it on the top, and down the sides so that it doesn't take off all the seasonings that I just put on this meat. So I'll put that in there. So I'm done with the gloves now, so I can throw them away. I keep running out of breath. It's already hot and it's not even there. Yeah. Okay. So let's get a stick of butter. And yep, I use a whole stick of butter. A lot of people would be like, what are you doing? Trying to raise your cholesterol when it comes to ribs and things like that. There ain't no calories in beef. It's everything that you put on the beef, or pork, or chicken, or whatever that you're cooking. So there's cholesterol and fat and those kind of things. I won't say that there's none of that, but okay, let's go this much for now. And what I'll do is I'll cut these in half. Okay, so wants to do that today to me. Okay. Maybe I'll just do that. Okay. Now we'll wrap her up like a Christmas present. And I wrap from the sides first to the middle, and then if I have to add another piece of foil, of course, I seem to always have to add an extra piece of foil down the middle, then I do that. So we'll be back when I barbecue them. And I don't completely turn them over. I just wrap them vigorously around the edges so that I'm not disrupting the meat. So we'll be back in about roughly 3-4 hours. Okay, we're back after about 4 hours of being in the oven. Now I've got to just put barbecue sauce on and put them in the broiler. We are going to try the Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, so let's get started with this barbecue sauce. I'm heating up the broiler right now. I had to change to a flat pan. Oh, there they go. Okay. This sauce is like thick. Okay. Let's keep getting that sauce all over it because this is not saucy enough. I don't know what the heck is going on with this. I might have to get a knife and I've never had to deal with this issue before. Something's going on with this. Okay, let's spread this around and oh yeah, that's just too thin of barbecue sauce. Let's get a knife so we can get some more barbecue sauce on here because we'll be here all day trying to get some coverage on this. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's put that on there. Okay. Let's see how far that barbecue sauce goes. I want to make sure that this is all nice and saucy and delicious and coated. But that's what you want your ribs to look like not dried out, but covered with the barbecue sauce. And then you put it in the broiler for however long you want to, because you kind of want to caramelize your barbecue sauce because it helps with the flavoring. On the ribs, put some on the sides. Make sure I cover every bit of these ribs. And that beeping in the background is my microwave letting me know some vegetables are ready, but just ignore that. Okay. Okay, that's what they look like coming out of the broiler. A little bit hot. Stuck my finger to the aluminum foil. Didn't think it was going to be that hot, but it is. I don't know why I was thinking that it wasn't going to be that hot. Oops. Okay, don't know how I'm going to do this now. They're falling off the bone, so that tells you that they're done. I just got to figure out how I'm going to get these turned over without completely annihilating them. There. Okay. Might not be the most pretty thing to look at this point, but at least we know they're done. Okay, so let's get some more sauce on them. So that they're can go back in the oven. And then we can get this side nice and pretty, since the other side was looking a little, well, it's mainly because they fell apart, but I would rather them fall apart off the bone and know that they're nice and juicy and tender than rock hard and not juicy. Okay, now let's get the and I'm cooking the baked potatoes in the oven. I just left them in the oven while these are going in the broiler so that the potatoes get nice and crispy in there. So we're doing multitasking again. The microwave is back on. The vegetables seem like they're pretty close to being done, but they're not there yet. So I want to make sure that they're real nice and golden and brown and delicious. Well, not brown, because vegetables, depending on the vegetable, they're not going to turn brown in the microwave. I'm steaming them. It's broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. I had to change up the plan. I was going to do just broccoli, but it's okay. You do the vegetables that you like. But I think these are going to be quite delicious. Okay, we'll be back for a taste test. I'm doing my husband and myself's plate. So that's what the ribs look like coming out of the oven. I'm working on the baked potato right now. The vegetables are done, and we're going to have a taste test in a minute. Let's do our taste test. We got some ribs here, and some baked potato, and some steamed vegetables. I keep calling it broccoli, but it's steamed vegetables. So let's get into the ribs. I'm sitting next to my husband. This is our new setup. I can ask him too if the ribs are any good. He says that they're good. Let's get into them.
Tasty.
Mm. They're super tender. Excuse me talking with my mouth open, but they're tender. They have a little bit more like spice to them, and they're sweet. So if you like sweet and spicy, these are the perfect kind of ribs for you. And make sure that you cook them for the 4 hours. I did it for 4 at the 300, and it came out perfect. But I got the swamp cooler going, so I got hair going in my mouth at the same time. Okay, anyway, so if you like this recipe, give it a try. And give me comments below. I tried to make this video a little bit shorter so that you guys could go in the description below and get all the details. And it's pretty much like the other recipe. Like I said, the only difference is I added brown sugar. But remember, if you have nothing nice to say to somebody or about something, don't say anything at all. Bye.